Hello and welcome back to The Breakaway. By now you've probably seen the Tour de Zwift when you log into your app. If you're wondering how to join the events or why you'd want to join them in the first place, then this is the video you're looking for. Wasting no time, let's get straight into it. Once you get your Zwift app open, you'll see a greenish yellow Tour de Zwift tile in this top center. Go ahead and click on that. And for this tutorial, we'll click on stage 1 and bring up those options. You'll see various categories A, B, C, and D. Don't worry too much about them now. I'm going to touch on them again in a couple minutes because they are laid out a bit differently than they would be for a race. You don't have to worry so much about the pacing with these categories. But I'm going to click C group. These events start at the top of the hour, which is in less than a minute, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit start. Leave you to wonder if I've got the world's fastest internet connection or if the magic of editing has cut out the loading time. And then you get loaded into the start gate here where you're just hanging out with your fellow riders who are about to do this Tour de Zwift stage 1 with you. Lots of people chatting in their home language, dropping these crazy yellow thummies with smiley faces. Having a great time while we wait for it to begin. You can see in the top right there's about 800 people at the start line of this, which is pretty incredible. And I love the starts of these. It's just so absurd. There's just 800 people, all these wheels overlapping and people throwing thummies everywhere. But you got to give credit. We've got the greatest handling skills of anybody, bar none, because nobody ever goes down. Pro riders, take notes. This is how it's done. So that's what the start of one of these stages looks like. It's wild. It's a lot of fun. You'll love it. At the beginning of the video, I promised I'd come back and explain the Tour de Zwift and why a rider would want to join this event in the first place. So now that I've got my rider zooming through the reverse Harrogate UCI Worlds course, now's a good time to come back and explain it all. If you're just wondering the most basic question of what exactly is the Tour de Zwift, it's Zwift's New Year's event aimed at trying to be a big cycling party. It's a friendly atmosphere. You get new route badges for almost every single stage. Everybody's wearing the same kit, etc. It's a group ride with the RoboPace partners included with you. Certainly not a race. Zwift themselves say that it's your chance to explore the worlds of Zwift with thousands of other athletes from around the globe. You can ride just one of the multiple categories to complete the ride. More on the categories in a minute. Or you can tackle all 3 categories if you're feeling frisky. There's a few things that are different about the Tour de Zwift from many of the other Zwift events. Late joins will be disabled for all Tour de Zwift events, so you need to join the event early to get warmed up. Do a warm-up in a separate ride before you begin, or just start the event on cold legs like an insane person. Double draft will also be enabled, which is cool, because that means that the drafting effect you'll receive from the riders in front of you is increased by 50% throughout all the rides. And ride-on bombs are enabled for this year's tour. You can show support to your fellow riders by opening the Zwift companion app and tapping on the white circle surrounding your location marker. Each tap will deliver a ride-on, or thummy as I've been calling them, to the 5 riders nearest to you. It's kind of cool. There's actually a Tour de Zwift-themed special ride-on icon. It's usually a blue thumb, but for this year's tour, it's a yellow thumb with a smiley in it. I don't know. My lizard brain enjoys seeing something different, so kudos to Zwift for that one. And speaking of cool stuff, let's talk about the unlocks. If you complete 2 stages, you'll unlock the Tour de Zwift 2023 socks. If you complete 5 stages, you'll unlock the Tour de Zwift 2023 backwards cap. And if you complete all 8 stages, you'll unlock the Tour de Zwift 2023 ride kit. And I'm gonna do my best to not sound like an advertisement, but if you enjoy repping Zwift attire in real life, Zwift did team up with Pedal Mafia to create a real life version of this kit, which looks pretty sick actually, but the price tag is the opposite of pretty sick. Finally, let's talk about the ride stage categories. Each stage offers 3 different routes to explore. You can choose your own adventure and ride 1 per stage, or ride them all. Who knows, maybe Jumbo Visma's peaking these events and will pick you up for their travel squad if you overachieve hard enough. But, joking aside, the categories in the Tour de Zwift delineate the route's distance and which RoboPace partners will be alongside you. Category A will be the longest ride, requiring the most amount of time. Category C requires the least amount of time to complete. and the duration of the Category B routes lies somewhere between A and Category C. All genders can join Category A, B, and C. Category D also exists, but is only for women and follows the same route as Category B. That's a wave tops explanation of the Tour de Zwift and all the awesome features that come along with this event. It'll make a ton more sense to you if you just follow the tutorial from the beginning of this video and hop into an event and see for yourself. So let's bring our attention back to my rider here as I disengage hyperdrive and make my way towards the finish line. And then, once you finish, it brings up just normal ride statistics, how far you gone, how long it took you, what your average power was. Just like ending any other ride, click on your screen, bring up the menu, hit end ride. It'll bring up a screen with all the statistics from the ride you just completed. Hit save, and then that will automatically mark whichever stage of the Tour de Zwift that was as completed on your home screen. My friends, the Tour de Zwift really is that simple. We've gone over a step-by-step tutorial on how to join the events, as well as reviewed the myriad of reasons on why you would want to join the events in the first place. I had a great time making this video. If you enjoyed it, you can return the love by subscribing to the channel. And if you've got any other requests for cycling or Zwift-related content, please leave them in the comments down below.